My name is Luke Harmon, and this is my persuasive speech. Imagine a long, grueling day at work, and coming home to the sweet aroma of a home cooked meal makes your mouth water and tickles your nose in a way like none other. That's a feeling that eating out can rarely compare to. You could wait at a restaurant and watch others eat foods that you may not like and lose your appetite. Or you could go home to a sweet meal that you've been fond of since you were a child. I'm here to tell you that cooking meals at home is better for you than going out and buying meals from restaurants. Despite how normalized eating out is, it is the inferior option to making your own meals at home. The clear choice should be to make meals at home. Today I will be discussing three main points of this topic that I have chosen. Those aspects are: first, making meals at home is healthier than eating at restaurants. Next, cooking meals at home is cheaper and will save you money. And finally, cooking meals at home will make you a better chef and cook. Most people love food blindly, including myself, but often never take the time to see what is actually put into the food they eat. So first, homemade food is healthier than restaurant food. My reasoning for this is the food restaurants make, whether they try to make them taste good or make them fast, is unhealthy compared to homemade foods and often has chemicals unwanted. Homemade food contains less sodium, unhealthy fats, and calories as opposed to restaurants. You have control over what ingredients you put into your meal cooking at home too. So you know exactly what goes into the fine meal you cook yourself. The food you make will often also be fresher than restaurants. Restaurants often store their foods in giant freezers and it sits there, taking freezer burn on. The home cooked meals my mom makes me, I would argue, improve my health and leave me feeling good after eating them rather than fast food, where I can almost feel the heartburn. That's a joke, by the way. Some might say the food at restaurants tastes better than home cooked meals. Well, I would argue that home cooked meals are unique and will contain a better flavor and ingredients depending on what you cook and how much time you spend cooking it. You can make something taste as good as you like at home, while restaurants are maybe hit or miss. While knowing what is in your food and choosing how it tastes makes food while knowing what is in your food and choosing how it tastes, making food at home also saves you money. My next main argument is making food at home is cheaper than going out to eat and it saves you money. So the cost of buying meals at restaurants is way more than the cost of buying groceries and making your own food. On average, you save $15 making your own dish as opposed to ordering food for delivery or takeout. You get more value buying groceries since you can make more than one meal for the price of the groceries you buy as compared to one meal for restaurants. The money you save making food at home can and is over half of what you would be spending on takeout or delivery. It is almost $20 every time I want to eat a meal out, as opposed to if I buy $20 worth of groceries, I can make more than two meals for myself and others. Some might say using reward systems and deals will make it worth it to order food from restaurants and takeout. But I would argue that you end up spending more money to earn those rewards and deals than to actually save when they give you those deals, just so that you stay loyal to them and you don't profit. Not only will making meals at home save you money, but it will also make you a better cook. My final argument is you will learn to cook better and be a better chef cooking at home. By making numerous meals, you'll become more advanced in your cooking skills and knowledge. And this is because it sounds simple, but the more you do something, the better you will get at it. And this is especially true of cooking because the more times you make something that doesn't taste as good, you can taste what you need to put in it to make it taste better. so you can season your food properly and make it absolutely delicious. You learn efficiency in the kitchen and using kitchen instruments properly. Um, you probably learn knife safety, all sorts of cool things. And you learn how to properly season and flavor your food, like I said before. And you make it however you like it. You don't have to rely on somebody else to hit the spot in some sense. And I'm no chef, but I do occasionally cook and or help my parents with cooking. So I'm becoming better at making food and making it taste good because my family has told me I'm getting better at it. Now, some might say this is not a necessary skill if I just go buy food out. And my argument to that would be being able to cook is a necessity because food from restaurants may not always be available. For example, we may go into another lockdown if, God forbid, something terrible occurs. I hope we don't. I hope that never happens. But if we do, we can't get food at restaurants. So our relying on groceries and making food would be a much stable option. I would argue everyone loves food, but not everyone realizes that making food is much more rewarding than just buying it. In conclusion, first, making meals at home is healthier than eating at restaurants. Second, cooking meals at home is cheaper and will save you money. Finally, cooking meals at home will make you a better chef and cook. Thank you for listening to my persuasive speech. My name is Luke Harmon.